away from them.
A former bouncer from Frankston who's seen his fair share of hardships has turned his love of fishing into a mentoring program. Over the past decade or so, Glen has changed the lives of hundreds of people struggling with their mental health, disabilities or other challenges by teaching them how to use a rod. Bridget Rollerson met him.
Fishing can be a lonely sport, but not for Glen Cooper. Better known as Guru Glen in the Melbourne suburb of Frankston, he's used his passion for the hobby to change lives.
It relaxes you, right? You forget about, even if it's for a couple of hours, you forget about your problems at home or whatever's your life's going on in your life. You can forget about them.
But Glen's own life hasn't been easy.
I've been stabbed 8 times, shot twice. So, I've gone through a bit of hell.
Born to alcoholic parents, he suffered an abusive childhood, was sexually assaulted in state care and was in jail at the age of 15. After a life of violence, he became a bouncer, but a serious work injury and a snapped ankle nearly destroyed him.
I've had 9 operations on it. I was in a wheelchair for 5 years. And yes, you get angry, you get annoyed. But what saved me was I love fishing.
When Glen would fish alone in his wheelchair on the pier, young kids to adults would come up to him and talk about their problems. That's when he realised how much they benefited from a fish and a chat.
Anyway, I'm Guru Glen. I'm the first aid officer. So if you fall over, hurt yourself, do anything like that, don't tell me, tell your parents. No, only joking.
Glen heads to waterways on the Mornington Peninsula to help kids and people with disabilities by teaching them how to fish. The program assists people with their mental health, but also teaches them social skills, motor skills and patience.
You just clip it off, and you stand here like this, and you just flick it. See that? We see kids that come from dysfunctional families, kids that come from normal families. We have a lot of kids that suffer with certain mental illness, whether it could be autism or whether it could be depression, or they can come out of it. We see them through all walks of life come down here and enjoy it.
Finn Hughes was staring down a jail term when police recommended he spend time with Glen.
I found a real purpose and a real sense of community in helping people who had, even when I was in such a bad place, much less than I did.
Finn now volunteers for Glen after getting his life back on track and staying out of jail. He's back in school and considering a career in disability services.
The benefits they get out of it is not just fishing, but it's also, as you can see, social interaction. They're communicating with each other. They're not sitting at home on computers or stupid games and things like that. They're out there actually laughing, having a ball down there, talking with each other, and getting their mum and their dads and grandparents involved as well. So there's a lot more to fishing than just throwing a line in and catching a fish. The fish is the extra bonus.
So I have mild cerebral palsy and sensory shaking. So I was born with a left hemiplegia, I think, and a stroke at birth.
11-year-old Louis has been taking part in the program for a few years now.
I can open up in front of these people and they're not then they know what I'm talking about and they understand me. So I think it's just been very much good for the mindset.
The Frankston area can sometimes get a bad rap, but people like Glen are working hard to change that, but he can't do it alone. The suburb has one of the highest suicide rates in Victoria, and 1 in 4 young people experience a mental health issue in any 12-month period.
It's very focused, so it brings you right into the moment. So a lot of people with anxiety, depression, it's a very big struggle to focus and concentrate.
Hello, I'm Gary. What's your name? I'm Con. Con. Pleased to meet you, Con.
The program has been running for 9 years, and Glen and his volunteers have helped thousands of people.
We do it because we just love fishing and love the kids. Love them watch, the smiles on their faces.
I just like seeing the clients and the kids' faces light up when they catch a fish.
Glen believes the program has helped save many lives.
Some of those volunteers were actually on the line of committing suicide themselves, and they come to us as clients, got involved with us, started volunteering, and now their whole lives are completely changed around.
On the way back in the van, we've got probably 7, 8 people sometimes. There's a lot of singing and praising and thank you.
If we could just stop one kid from, through fishing, from using, ice or heroin or drugs or anything like that, we've done our job. And that's why it's changing lives, one life at a time.
Bridget Rollison, ABC News, Frankston.